Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Friday, September 19th, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Y'all see the sun hitting off my face. This is not a happy message. It's not a message of hope. It's not a message of joy, love, or peace. But it's a necessary message nonetheless. I want to ask you a question. And I want y'all to think seriously about this. And this is not a hypothetical question. This is not a question just to be asking, just a more random survey. But this is a question all of us need to be able to answer right now. And if the answer is no, we need to fix that. My throat bothers me. I want to ask y'all a question. And I'm serious about this question. This is not just for content. This is not just for this video. But I actually want y'all to think about this. Because we're headed here. We're headed to this place. To where this is going to be reality for most people in the near future. So you need to be able to answer this question. There's a quote that I heard that comes to mind when it comes to this question I'm about to ask y'all. A lot of y'all have heard this quote, and I'm about to repeat it before I ask you the question. And the quote is, I think it's, they will own nothing, or you will own nothing, and be happy about it. You will own nothing and be happy about it. Have you heard that quote before? Or that statement? Okay, now let's dig into that. You will own nothing and be happy about it. So that leads me to my question. Can you, right now, do you think you're capable, mentally and physically, emotionally, to be able to survive with nothing? This is not for content purposes. This is a real question. This is a real situation most of us are already facing or getting ready to face. Let me repeat this, and I want y'all to think heavily on this. And if you don't know, you better start figuring out and knowing. Because most of us, like a lot of us now, are going to find ourselves in a situation where we have nothing. So again, I want to go back and ask this question, and I want you to take some time and think about it. And if the answer is no, now I want you to find out and figure out why you wouldn't be able to survive without nothing. And then fix that. Because we're heading to a place where most people, if not all people, other than a few elitists, most people will have nothing. And the only ones that will be able to survive and maintain and still be here, if it's meant for anybody to survive that, the only ones that will be able to survive that are people that's able to live with nothing. Can you survive? Can you live with nothing? This is a question that needs to be answered. And you may be a person that sees what's going on. There are some people right now that have no clue. They're going on living life as if nothing is happening. They choose to accept reality. They'd rather believe in a false hope. They'd rather believe in what they want it to be rather than what it is. So they're not preparing themselves. And the only way you can truly be prepared for what's coming is to be able to survive with nothing. See, I'm not talking about preparing as in stocking up your canned goods, stocking up your this and stocking up your that. I'm talking about being prepared to survive when you ain't got none of that. When you ain't got nothing to stock up. When you ain't got nothing to put back. When you ain't got nothing to save. Can you survive with nothing? To some, this sounds drastic. It don't sound like something that can actually happen or that will happen. Big Wall, you're being pessimistic. Big Wall, you preaching fear and doom and gloom again. That's all you're doing, Big Wall. There's no way that we will get to a point to where the majority of people will have nothing. There's no way, Big Wall. Stop trying to scare the people, Big Wall. There's some that's going to say that. And then there's some of y'all who know. You see the same thing I'm seeing. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one this stuff is being revealed to. So be encouraged to know that you're not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. I know we're heading to a time where you will have nothing and be happy about it. How do you be happy about having nothing? Because you were prepared. You know how to survive. You can make it with nothing. That's how you will have nothing and be happy about it. This is a quoted statement from some people that may know something that we don't know. And they said you will have nothing and be happy about it. So again, I gotta ask this question as we get deeper and deeper into this topic. Can you survive with nothing? I don't mean you got Bitcoin. Big Ward, I prepared. I bought Bitcoin. I bought gold. I invested. I saved for a rainy day. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the time where all that you did to prepare was for nothing. Because of circumstances beyond your control, everything you did to prepare is gone. Your Bitcoin is gone. Your gold is gone. Your little nest egg is gone. You made all the right moves, and it was still all for nothing. Can you survive if you don't have anything? The people you see on the side of the road holding the signs, sleeping out in the woods, sleeping in their cars. Can you make it like that? I can. I have. It ain't fun. Popeye's chicken don't taste the same out of a dumpster as it does out of the store. But when you have nothing, you will have to do what you have to do. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured out what I'm saying, we're all headed to a place in this world where you ain't gonna have nothing. Because if you only bringing home $2,000, which is $500 a week, $2,400, which is $600 a week, $700, sometimes for $2,800, $700 a week. Believe it or not, the majority of people are not bringing home $700 to $800 a week. But yet, we have expenses and bills that will continue to grow and increase into the thousands a month. I'm talking even the frugal people, the people who don't live beyond their means, the people who do right with their money, the people that stay at home, don't go out, don't do this. They gonna fix it to where even you don't have enough money to pay. So what's gonna happen when everybody can't afford to pay their own way? Will everybody be able to go to the government and get assistance? No. The government won't be able to save everybody. It won't be enough welfare and food stamps for everybody. Can you survive with nothing? When you have nothing to fall back on. You don't have nothing saved up. Your Bitcoin that you thought was going to be there for you, something happened, some hacker, some event, some catastrophic event wiped all that out. Oh, I'm not just making content. This coming. Where everybody we're going to use America for example, with all a few hundred million of us be able to go get welfare, get stamps, Section 8? No. No country will be able to provide for all of its citizens when all of its citizens are asked out at the same time. We are being squeezed, pushed, pressed to that point. And not by accident, but a carefully calculated plan / agenda. You will own nothing and be happy about it. If you're already struggling right now and you're working, or you're not working, you can't find a job, and your bills steady coming in, your bills steady increasing, they ain't gonna stop increasing, but your pay ain't going up at all. That's gonna push more and more people to have nothing. People that once had. I'm not talking about the lazy, sorry bums. I'm talking about hard-working people. College-educated people can't find work right now. College-educated people can't find work right now. Highly skilled individuals with years of experience in their field can't find work right now. All at the same time, all of their expenses are increasing dramatically. How many of y'all just got a notice of your rent increase? How many of y'all just got a notice of your insurance increase? How many of y'all have noticed that your utilities have increased dramatically? And some of y'all thought it was just a coincidence, huh? Do y'all know we all experiencing this at the same time? Can you survive with nothing? Are you okay if there's anything in the dumpster? You may go to the dumpster to get something to eat. There ain't nothing in there. Now I understand. Even though I'm not going to do it, I need to have my mind clear to focus and figure out and receive the messages from God, what I need to do next. I don't need my antennas cloudy. I need to be able to hear directly from God what to do next, because other than that, I ain't going to know what to do. Without direction from God, we ain't going to know what to do. That's the only way you're going to be able to survive with nothing. Is to have somebody who has everything. We're not going to be able to depend on our normal way of survival. The only way we're going to be able to survive in the near future is going to be supernatural. Sound weird, sound crazy, you ain't got to believe it. Right now, we better start figuring out and learning how to tap in to the supernatural. In other words, go find God. Because our normal ways of doing things, our normal ways of surviving, it ain't going to suffice no more. Just being able to go to work and get your check and pay your bills, that ain't going to work no more. Being able to go sign up for government assistance to get some help, that ain't going to work no more. Crime is running rampant. Drug addiction is running rampant. All that ties in to the same thing. Struggle. Increase the struggle, increase the crime. Can you survive with nothing? Your answer better be yes. And if your answer ain't yes, you better start figuring out how. Because at some point in time, in the very near future, the majority of us will find ourselves in a position where we have nothing. Are you going to check out, just going on alive yourself? Or are you going to be one of them people that are going to try to stay here and tough it out? With that time coming. You know it. You know it. That time coming where we will have nothing. You can't go borrow nothing from nobody. You can't loan nothing. I've been there. Through my own bad choices. To a place where I had nothing. Through my own bad choices. But now, the majority of us are heading there. And it's not because of some bad choice you made. It's not because something you did wrong. It's not because you wasn't trying. We're going to find ourselves with nothing, despite our best efforts. That's what's going to make it even worse. That you did everything, and you still have nothing. May God help us, because we're going to need it. Get it, got it good. Bye.